Detective GGH here, and I am reading The Twisted Ones. You could also hear a film in the background right now. But yeah, let's just get into it. Let me look for the page. So, now the whole class would have to stop while Treadwell went back to explain a simple concept. Charlie let her mind wander, sketching absently in the margins of her notebook. John would be here, and she glanced restlessly at her watch. An hour, I told him. Maybe someday we'll see each other. Maybe someday we'll see each other again. I guess it's someday, we had called out of the blue. I'm just going to be past Fridge, she said. He said. And Charlie hadn't bothered to ask how he knew. Ask how he knew where she was. Of course he would know. There was no reason not to meet him, and she found herself alternately excited and filled with dread. Now, as she absently sketched rectangular forms along the bottom of her notepaper, her stomach jumped a little spasm of nerves. It felt like a lifetime since she last saw him. Sometimes it felt like she'd seen him yesterday, as if the last year hadn't passed, but of course it had. And everything had changed for Charlie once again. That May, the night of her 18th birthday, the dreams had begun. Charlie was long accustomed to nightmares. The worst moments of her past forced up like bile into twisted versions of memories already too terrible to recall. She shoved these dreams into the back of her mind in the morning and sealed them away, knowing they would only breach it when night fell again. These dreams were different. When she woke, When she was weak. Her hands were stiff and aching, like they'd been clenched into fists for hours. These new dreams didn't come every night, but when they did, they interrupted her regular nightmares and took them over. It didn't matter if she was running and screaming for her life, or wandering aimlessly through a dull mishmash of the nowhere. She would sense him. She would sense him. Sammy, her lost twin brother, was near. She knew he was present the same why. She knew that she was present. And whatever the dream was, dropped away. People, placed, light and sound. Now she was searching for him in the darkness, calling his name. He never answered. She would drop to her hands and knees, feeling her way through the dark, letting his presence guide her until until she came to a barrier. It was smooth and cold metal. She couldn't see it, but she hit it hard with one fist, and it echoed. "Sammy!" she would call, hitting harder. She stood reaching up to see if she could scale the slick surface, but it stretched up far above her head. She beat her fist against the barricade until they hurt. She screamed her brother's name until her throat was raw, until she fell to the floor and leaned on the solid metal, pressing her cheek to its cool surface and hoping for a whisper from the other side. She was there. He was there. She knew it as surely as if he were a part of herself. She knew it in those dreams that she was present. Worse, when she was awake, she knew he was not there. In August, Charlie and Aunt Jen, in their first fight, they'd always been too distant to really argue. Charlie never felt the need to rebel because Jen provided no real authority, and Jen never took anything. Charlie did personally never try to stop her from doing anything as long as she was safe. So guys, that's all I have for this video.